Hi everyone and welcome back. Now, do you want to move to Canada and the prospect of taking a language test is stressing you out? Well, this could be your lucky day. There is a program for Canadian permanent residents which, depending on the skill level of your job, does not require you to take a language test in either English or French, and that is the BC PNP Tech. Since it launched in 2017, the BC PNP Tech program has helped more than 6,000 tech workers move to Canada and become permanent residents of the country. And the next one could be you.
Now don't worry if the BC PNP Tech means nothing to you. We will explain all. The British Columbia Provincial Nominee Programme, or BC PNP, has several programs covering a lot of different skills and sectors. Check out our video all about the BC PNP, but today we're going to focus specifically on just one of the programs. The Skills Immigration category is a collection of immigration streams within the BC PNP, one of which is the BC PNP Tech. This started out as a pilot program but has recently been extended indefinitely, which is great news for eligible applicants, especially after the Canadian immigration mess caused by the pandemic.
The aim of the BC PNP Tech is to enable technology employers in BC to recruit skilled foreign workers when local workers are unavailable. BC also understands that recruiting workers from all over the world will help expand tech knowledge and grow the province's technology sector. It's widely known that draws and invitations have almost completely stopped for hopeful immigrants over the past 2 years, but PNP draws have continued to happen, meaning that getting a nomination from a province has become a highly sought after prize.
And we'll let you in on a secret. BC is still issuing invitations, not just occasionally, but weekly, to qualified applicants who have valid job offers in technology occupations, which is a stark comparison to the last federal skilled worker draw, which was in December 2020, 14 months ago now.
The current in-demand jobs will obviously vary from province to province, but across Canada, and indeed across the world, jobs in the tech industry are booming and workers in this field are very much in demand. The BC PNP Tech has specified 29 tech occupations which are seen as a high priority in BC right now, which means that if you have skills and experience in any of these 29 occupations, you are in a very strong position for being accepted into the program.
Now, it is true that most Canadian immigration programs require a certain level of language proficiency, but depending on the skill level of your job offer, the BC PNP Tech may not. Not all categories in the skills immigration stream require a mandatory language test. If you are applying with a job offer for an occupation which is classified as NOC skill level B, C or D, you must take a language test to prove that you have achieved at least a CLB level 4. However, if your job offer is classified under NOC skill type 0 or skill level A, this language test is not necessary. Even so, it's probably useful to point out that, although not necessary, providing the results of a language test will of course provide you with extra points if needed. Have a look at the link below to see what your occupation would be classified under.
So aside from perhaps not needing to submit a language test, one of the best things about this program is the processing speed of applications. This will be especially appealing for those who've been watching the processing times become longer and longer over the past 2 years. Depending on the immigration pathway you've applied through, you may be looking at a wait time of upwards of 2 years. Most BC PNP applications are processed in around 2 to 3 months, but as these key 29 technology occupations are given such high priority, BC PNP Tech applications are typically processed in even shorter timeframes to minimise the waiting time for both applicants and employers.
Another great aspect of this program is the incredible service that BC PNP Tech employers receive throughout the process, meaning that applicants and new recruits in turn are very well looked after. Eligible employers have access to concierge services which provide information, assistance and continuous support to assist with the hiring of foreign workers through the program.
So, who is eligible for the BC PNP Tech program and how do you apply? Let's start with the 29 occupations which are eligible for the program. Understandably, most of them are specifically related to the tech industry, such as civil and mechanical engineers, software engineers and designers, web designers and developers, computer programmers and broadcast technicians, But also included are occupations which aren't strictly in the tech industry categories, such as authors and writers, editors, graphic designers and illustrators, and support occupations in motion pictures, broadcasting, photography, and the performing arts. Here is the full list, which you can also download by clicking the link in the description box below.
Another important consideration is that to be eligible to apply for the BC PNP Tech programme, you must already be eligible for either the Express Entry BC stream or one of the programmes within the BC Skills Immigration stream. This is because the BC PNP Tech is not an immigration pathway in itself, it is just one of the subcategories of the BC Skills Immigration programme. The 5 programmes within the BC Skills Immigration stream are Skilled Worker, Entry-Level and Semi-Skilled, International Graduate, Healthcare Professional, and International Postgraduate. The most likely categories that tech workers would be eligible for are the BC Skilled Worker and the BC International Graduate programmes. Click the links below to find out more about all 5 of these programmes.
If you think your experience and qualifications fit into one of these occupations, the first step in applying to the BC PNP Tech programme is to get an offer of employment. The offer must be from an eligible BC employer for a full-time position in one of the 29 eligible in-demand occupations. The job offer must be at least 1 year in duration, and if you're already working for the employer on a Canadian work permit, there must be at least 120 calendar days remaining on the job offer at the time of the application.
Another very important thing to point out here is that if you apply through the BC PNP Tech programme, this job offer does not require an LMIA, or Labour Market Impact Assessment. This is very rare and makes this programme really quite special, as almost all job offers in Canada for foreign workers require one of these. Essentially, an LMIA is proof that the employer could not find a Canadian citizen or resident to do the job, and it shows that they had to hire the foreign worker. This therefore makes it quite difficult to get a job offer in the first place, and is why the BC PNP Tech is such a brilliant programme.
However, it's probably important to remember here that the BC PNP Tech is not an immigration programme, it's a means of applying for a temporary work permit. If you receive a nomination from the BC PNP Tech programme, you will be given a work permit support letter, meaning you can submit an application for Canadian permanent residence. The short processing time is only applicable to the provincial nomination due to the fact that there is no requirement for an LMIA and the occupations are in demand. The programme cannot guarantee speedy processing for your permanent residence application. This is ultimately in the hands of the IRCC. However, what it can do is assist you in your application for permanent residence and enable you to continue working whilst you wait for your permanent residence to come through.
Once you have your job offer, the next step is to create an online profile with BC PNP Online and register with the Skills Immigration Registration System, or SIRS. When you register, various things will be assessed, such as your job, the location of your employment, your education, your language ability, and your wages. This is a points-based system that helps BC select the best workers to meet their labour market needs. Once you're allocated a points total, you enter into a selection pool for your chosen category. You stay in this selection pool for up to 12 months or until you receive your invitation to apply, whichever one comes first.
Once you are in the pool, frequent draws are conducted and the highest scoring candidates are invited to make an application. If you are selected, you submit a full application through BC PNP Online along with the $1,150 processing fee, and if approved, you will receive a provincial nomination that can then be used to apply for permanent residence. And of course, remember that a nomination through BC through this programme will provide you with those magical 600 CRS points, which will guarantee you are selected for permanent residence in the next Express Entry draw. If you're not sure what CRS points are all about, make sure you check out our videos explaining it all in detail.
Okay, so there we have it, a full rundown on the BC PNP Tech programme. As ever, it is a lot of information, but hopefully it's given you a good starting point. And make sure you check out the links below to find out more.